Okay, just giving this another shot here and just trying to see how to actually go live on YouTube. So I might record a little video in line here. I know people on the previous live practice kind of popped in and out, so that was cool. Feel free to drop a note in the chat. I'm going to try and watch it. I can't quite seem to figure out how to respond to comments like real time, or if the comments weren't in live chat. I don't know, because frankly I'm not a streamer, but just having some fun with this. It's too damn cold outside. It's like 35 degrees, and while I've seen like 2 motorcycles in the last week, all the debris on the road from the snow and the sand that they place on there is not something I'm willing to die for. So we're stuck inside doing some sim stuff. This next week it looks like it's going to get a little warmer, so that's encouraging. Hopefully warm enough to do some work in the garage, as I have a whole ton of stuff that I'm going to need to do prior to spring on pretty much all the vehicles. I got the next round of oil analysis coming through. I got to do some brake flushes on the coupe and then on the X3, and yeah, just gonna have some fun with it. Yeah, just gonna do some 599 double X challenge here, and like I said, feel free to hang out and drop some questions about the 890 if you feel like it. Oh, that's right, this is not manual. Duh. It's good so far. So I know there's definitely been others that have said they sim race on in the comments section. I'm wondering just how many of us sim race. Unfortunately, I'm not in a state where you can ride all year round. Otherwise, that's what I'd be doing right now. But gotta get my speed fix somehow. And if that means it's shitty driving in a Ferrari, I mean, I'd much rather do it here than try and die on the roads on the motorcycle. 50 degrees is about my limit in terms of riding on in winter, at least. Looks like it's going to be like 50 or 60 in the upcoming week, but it's all a matter of whether or not the debris from all the snow removal is gone. That stuff just scares me. It's not worth going down for. So I built this sim rig actually the last couple months. I haven't really posted about it much. Well, I haven't posted much, but this is the FGT Elite cockpit. So it's 80/20 aluminum frame with, I took advantage of the Black Friday Fanatec sale, and so I got kind of the ecosystem, intro ecosystem, the DD with the 8 Newton meter power supply, I don't even know. Their ecosystem's so confusing, frankly. I got one of the newer wheels. Of course, they just came out with brand new stuff like during Christmas, so it's already pretty much obsolete in terms of the quick release system. And of course, I'm having problems with my system, but you know, that's consumerism right there. I've been loving it though. I have the full H pattern gear shift with the handbrake, and then the V3 Elite pedal system, which the load cell brake is definitely kicking my butt on my right hand side. My calf isn't strong to actually actuate it all the way, so it's super impressive in terms of the feel of it. I have been like really trying to train that calf back up to wow, I just way over braked. Been trying to train that calf back up to kind of soccer shape, I went and hung out with my old soccer team this last Tuesday, which was a lot of fun. So just getting back to healthy and getting some workouts in. It's been nice. I am looking forward to the next motorcycle season, though. I want to do a series of some of my favorite drives up here in the Denver area. I actually met someone at Safeway, of all places, Steven, and if you see this at all, definitely give you a shout out. It was awesome meeting you. I pulled up to grab some groceries after a workout and noticed what I thought was a 790 initially pull up, but it ended up, wow, I cannot talk and drive. But it ended up being an 890R, and Steven hopped off and we had a nice chat. So it's the first time, or the only time, I've ever been recognized kind of in public for the YouTube videos, and at only 1,000 subscribers, I never imagined that would actually happen. So that was pretty cool. Seems to be some sort of motorcycle expo going on this weekend in Colorado, but I don't know. I'd rather be home doing this than kind of out and about. Just me right now. Oh, and I'm gonna eat shit. Damn. Talking and driving is much harder than I anticipated, at least at this level. I've been going through all these challenges in Assetto Corsa because, of course, I've actually never played it. And so the 599 XX challenge here at Monza has been kind of this week's focus. I have achieved, I think, what they say is the bronze medal, which is oh shoot, what is it? I forget what lap time it is. I think I'm going for 146, which is extremely fast. It was like top 0.6 of the entire player base. So that's kind of been the goal. Of course, right now I'm not really going all that hard. I'm just kind of testing out YouTube Live, so just having some fun. I should be flat out through there. Yeah, well, earlier I was talking about the kind of series that I was thinking up for this upcoming season, and I want to hit some of the best roads here in Colorado and kind of make, not necessarily a moto vlog, maybe some of a moto vlog, but just the kind of like a guide for folks visiting Colorado or wanting to find new roads. I grew up here, so I know so many of the roads, and have spent hours and hours just taking random turns in the mountains to find the best ones. So it's always been a favorite pastime of mine, whether or not it's in the car or the motorcycle. But there's some like Mount Evans Road or the Pikes Peak Road, some like Coal Creek Canyon stuff. I actually shot a Coal Creek Canyon video with raw audio before the season ended. I've just been kind of lazy to get that out, but it's really cool. I have opposed Insta360 X3s, so the view can like almost rotate around the motorcycle. I'm stoked to show you guys. It's been a little rough with work and honestly fighting some seasonal depression too. Just getting back to content creation has been a little challenging, but that's all right. Let's go flat out through here this time. Nice. Oh yeah, my face is so off talking. Wow. I don't even think I'm talking to anyone, but this is fun. Oh shit. think at the previous live someone left a comment in the comments section, but I couldn't see it. I can't figure it out on my end. If comments are left in the live chat or not. So apologies if I've missed you. Actually, let me check that. Let me check the comments. No, it just appears to be live chat. Huh. Well, I'll figure it out. But apart from the motorcycle content I want to shoot, oh my gosh, I totally did not remember what I was doing. Glad this isn't a real car. But apart from the motorcycle content I'm hoping to shoot coming up here as it starts to warm up, I wanted to do some sim rig stuff. I was just trying to gauge just how many of us play games like Assetto or Forza, Gran Turismo. I mean, I grew up on that stuff, especially Forza. I had an Xbox, so didn't get to play Gran Turismo, but heard especially the new one's pretty good. The new Forza has been getting kind of bashed online from what I can tell, but I just decided to start with Assetto Corsa, even though it's super old, with all the mods and everything available for it. It looks really good, and with access to VR equipment, pretty much peak prosumer VR equipment, I'm able to do some testing of fidelity, especially with the patches to the game and everything, and I have to say it blows my mind. I saw a video a couple weeks back of, I think it was the Mercedes team visiting a booth with a simulator with the Vario headset that I use at work. So that was absolutely awesome to see. Kind of goes to show it's like what I'm trying to do at work is implement some of the leading edge stuff, and that is the Vario ecosystem. If you haven't seen it and you're at all interested in like the best money can buy VR XR, I mean, that stuff it's so cool. They just released the XR4 and it's like full mixed reality. Oh, and I can't talk and drive at the same time. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd kind of introduce a winter hobby of mine, because with it being so cold, I just can't really justify, well, especially riding, but also justify going out in a 20-degree garage and kind of suffering through it. This next week I'll definitely get some work done though, just because I have to. I need to probably do a brake flush on the bike. I need to look at the wear on the brakes. It's been about 1.5 seasons of use, and not hard use. I don't track the bike or anything, but I have some fun in the mountains, so just want to make sure that those brake pad thicknesses are still good. And then, of course, got to do the other oil change with probably another sample send-off to Blackstone Labs. I am curious to see if this last season, with the added use, now that I'm like back to walking around again, has been at all more taxing on the engine. I know their analysis said it looked good last time, but if you know me, you know I'm a data nerd, so I just gotta gotta send it off because I can have some fun, put it on YouTube. Apart from that, I've still got the exhaust system, and I was talking with the gentleman I met at Safeway with the 890R, and he was telling me about the power commander, and yeah, I need to figure out the tuning scenario. I'd love to get that full exhaust system on, make a video of it, and possibly an airbox with the tune, pick up I think Rottweiler was saying maybe 6 horsepower all over. I'll have to watch that video again. If you haven't seen it, definitely look up KTM 890R Rottweiler tuning. That video is amazing. These guys are obviously pros, but I miss that kind of talk. I had a professor at my engineering school who teaching was basically his hobby, and he built race engines that and raced at Bandmere. He actually held a number of records, and so he is definitely encouraging of the octane habit. For his class, actually, I ended up tuning the coupe that, for those that watch for the bike, the car, the 335 Xi, that is a highly tunable engine, so I actually took it full bolt-on, but I did it incrementally for the internal combustions class with Dr. Bogan, and with that I built a virtual dyno on the computer, and with the engine readouts was able to calculate the crank horsepower increases after each upgrade and tune. So it was definitely one of the better projects of that class. Everyone else was tuning little, or said they were tuning freaking lawnmower engines or something. I bet this guy in the class that he said I'd be walking to school a lot. And I only failed once with getting the work done on the weekend in time, but it was a lot of fun getting credit for modding my car. It's a good experience. I actually talked about it in my engineering interviews. I just hate engineers that don't do shit. Alright. Let's try and put in a lap time. We'll do a warm-up lap and then get going. Almost lost it back in there. Hop this curb. There we go. Shit. Alright, here we go. See if I can't get a decent lap time here. Was rough. That was bad. That was wide as well. Damn it. While chatting, I probably just blew through my tires. That's alright. This is just for fun. It has been a lot of fun and quite challenging to do some of these Assetto Corsa challenges, though. I have to wonder how accurate those first through third percentages of player base are actually true. Because in some of them I'm placing like the gold challenge with like top 0.6% or something. Which is, I mean, when you think about the player base, pretty up there. I mean, it's still hundreds of thousands of players, but still cool to actually see where you place. Oh, that was a 157. That was not bad. Now, if we focus a little more, we can break into the 149s. Oh, that was rough. I haven't tried to hop that one before. This car is way too low for that. Gonna go flat out through here. Alba's snoring in the background if you can hear it. That's hilarious. Brake hard, brake hard. There we go. Actually, for the first time, tried to do some multiplayer, just for drifting, not for racing, and it was a ton of fun with an old coworker of mine the other day. That was the first time I actually tried recording this gameplay, and then I saw the live option and of course linked it to my YouTube. So I don't know, this could be something that I could be into for sure, just depending on, well, I mean, I'm into it, so I'm gonna post it. Watch it or don't. This might be a pretty good lap time. Let's see. .153. We're not in the 149s yet. Oh, that was way too much. Way too much. I probably should replace tires if I'm actually going to go for a time now. That's fun. It just sucks that sim racing is so cost prohibitive. I mean, it's not a cheap hobby, and of course anything automotive or motorcycle related is absolutely fucking even more expensive these days, so that's kind of annoying. But at least this way, if I wreck, I'm not either gonna die or ruin my kit. So I've seen the Moto Simulator, what is it called? Moto Trainer Simulator. Weird name, but it's an Italian company, so I'm not sure that the company title was intended to be in English, but whatever. There's actually a full control sim of motorcycles that you actually put your own motorcycle into and are able to drive it around tracks. It's like, that is something I'd love to have eventually, but I was looking, just out of curiosity, I was looking at the cost of those. It's like $2,000, no, it was like $7,500 just for the base, which doesn't include any of the controls. So that's just to have your motorcycle on this hydraulically actuated machine, and then of course you throw the controls on top of it. It's like $12,500, $15,000. Doesn't include shipping or anything, and of course you'd have to set it up in a whole room or a garage or whatnot. But yeah, that's we'll call that future state. And these tires are shot. Alright, time to go back to the pits. my shortcuts don't work. Alright, got some fresh tires. I'll go for a couple more hot laps and then probably just end the stream. Again, this is, if you're watching this in the future, apologies for it being so random. This is just me trying out the streaming thing and seeing if this kind of setup can support the fidelity that I was hoping for. That being said, let me know if you sim as well. Be really cool to link up with some guys and do some laps or just drift around. I have to say I kind of like drift, well especially after going for hot laps, it's definitely nice just to drift. This stuff can be so frustrating, and I haven't even been in any online like actual race lobbies. I've seen the whole Reddit threads on the live racing and of course iRacing, and it seems pretty frustrating when other people wreck you when you're trying to actually race and stuff. So I don't know if I want to get into that just yet. Definitely in the future I can see myself getting an iRacing, but I figured Assetto Corsa kind of being the legacy game here would be a nice intro, a way to test out the VR fidelity that's possible with the equipment that I've got. And then of course oh, those back tires are cold. Then of course kind of familiarizing myself with the equipment and what sim racing is actually all about before I try and delve into the iRacing mess. Oh, and the tires are still cold. Fail. Alright, well this lap is a wipe, but I'll probably do one last one and kind of hop off here. This was a pretty good test, I'd say. Ooh, way too early on the gas there. Back tires still seem kind of cold. Can't remember if I put on the slicks or the mediums. Feels like medium. I'm glad I don't actually own this car. I'd probably just put a hole in the carbon fiber underbody. Growing up, this car was definitely one of my favorites, though. I love the 812 super fast because it's kind of an evolution of this. Alright, let's see here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Ah! Going too deep into that braking point. I need to find some time elsewhere on the track. So I think my next goal is 149. So I'm currently sitting 149.3, but I've never broken 149 flat. Can't quite figure it out. I'm also not racing in VR, and I feel like I have a better shot at it in VR, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see, like, some people really hate VR, and especially, like, I know a lot of the F1 guys that sim don't seem to have VR setups. I mean, when you're streaming, obviously, and you have a face cam, that's not necessarily a good entertainment looking at someone in a VR headset, but I think the from what I've read at least is that the VR is a little harder to place, or the car's harder to place in VR in terms of position if we're at the bleeding edge of performance, and of course I'm nowhere near that bleeding edge. I mean, I'm just trying to get these challenges done and get as many gold medals as possible to kind of work myself into the hobby, but I enjoy VR, especially the fidelity of headsets that are available to me. It's quite amazing. Yeah, see, that was only 152. Okay, let me not screw up this brake point. Then I overbrake. That might be recoverable. Alright, we'll say last hot lap here. Go all out. I think the tires are warm enough. And I overbraked again. That wasn't too bad. Oh yeah, that was... Lost the back end there for a moment. This could be a pretty good lap. This caused $20,000 worth of carbon fiber damage again. That's good. Here's to virtual cars. $149, there it is. 1494, that is not bad. I'm gonna keep going actually. Oh! Oh shit, I always do that. I feel like the streamer crowd's just like a completely different thing. There's making YouTube videos, and like I hope to continue making useful YouTube videos to everyone in terms of the maintenance items. I really enjoy that, and I know that it's been appreciated in the community, but doing stuff like this is fun. It's just, I think, completely different crowd. I think part of the problem, especially with kind of fighting the seasonal depression, has been not having the ability to ride. It's like lacking that kind of zeal for kicking out videos, just because it's like not something I can enjoy right now with the season. But I think this sim racing, and then of course when it warms back up a little bit, getting the motorcycle and cars ready for the upcoming season is going to be a reawakening of that enjoyment that I get out of it. It's been a rough couple months, but I think I'm coming out of the funk. Oh, that's a 150. It's because I'm talking. That's right, this is fun. And there's an overbrake. Way overbrake. Never tried to hop that one before. Back end kind of slid out right there. It's funny when I like put people on the rig that aren't as automotively minded. The response is typically they'll do 2 laps and then get super bored. I think it definitely takes a special kind of person, like those that kind of are into motorcycles or cars, who actually appreciate how cool simming is. I mean, I think I've put in, since I built it, maybe like 130 or 40 hours, which sounds like a lot to those kind of casual folks, but it's nothing in the greater scheme of things. I really do envision, though, incorporating this into the plan, and that is, I hope to race some of these tracks one day. So I mean, no, not in a Ferrari, or at least that's not in the current budget by any means, but it would be cool to do some track days. Like, I love Laguna Seca, especially. Lapping Laguna Secas, where I've spent many hours already. This Monza challenge is something that I kind of clicked on just for the 599XX. This car is just so cool. Feels good in the simulator too. Does like to get a little squirrely in the back end. But I was pretty shocked by the feel, the difference in feel between cars that you can actually achieve with a rig. You know, when you're playing controller growing up, all the cars, of course, feel pretty much the same, with the exception of what happens when you pull the trigger down for your throttle. But when you incorporate load cell pedals and force feedback and all that, like, truly making the small changes in the settings and in the game on the vehicle with like ride height and downforce and everything, like, it is shocking to me the amount of fidelity you can get and the difference in feel. Yeah, see, I'm still only posting 149s. Oh well. That was a fun little test session. I think I'm gonna hop off now. So if you're watching this in the future, thanks for hanging out. And I didn't really pay attention to any comments. I know I saw a couple people kind of pop in and out, but it's I think this is gonna be a thing now. We'll see. It's kind of hard to not get discouraged, right? Because a lot of people would look at viewership and kind of not justify it, but frankly, I'm doing this stuff anyway, so I may as well try and build another side of the community out of it, and I look forward to chatting with everyone. Alright, I'm going to sign off for now. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.